Hello everyone, this is Shandra Chandra and welcome back to Chess Room. Abhimanyu Mishra, who is the youngest international master in the world, yesterday became the youngest grandmaster after he scored his last GM norm in Budapest, Hungary. He overcame Sergey Karjakin's 19-year-old record of 2002 when he achieved the feat at the age of 12 years and 7 months. Mishra, who is born on 5th of February 2009, took 12 years, 4 months, and 25 days to complete the same feat. Let us look at the crucial point in his game with Indian Lian Mendonca, where he was being dominated by his opponent, but just one move changed the whole game. Okay, so in this position, white is Leon Mendonca and black is Abhimanyu Mishra. And if you can see, white is clearly dominating in this position and is on his way to victory. But here, what white played was king into b7, and after that, king into b5 was played, subsequently exchanging the pawns. This is a mistake because white should have first fixed his pawn on the king side and then played king into b5. Why? I will come back to it later and I'll show you how this pawn, fixing these pawns on the king side matters. But for now, what would have been good for white to play was bishop h4 and probably king c4 and bishop e7. Now cutting off this square on b4 so that black cannot come to b4 anymore, and knight a1 h4. And the problem is the knight can also the knight cannot also move leave the uh, b3 square. Why? If it suppose moves away from b3 square, I have b3 check, and now you're forceful to take on b3, and I'll take on b5, and you do not have any more the pressure on b5, and now this is a passer pawn, and I'm completely winning this game. So the knight has to also keep keep in touch with the b3 square. So knight c2 cannot be played, and here knight b3 if he repeats, bishop f8, knight a1, bishop d6, just making sure he gets the right time to play h4 as well. H4 is also played so that now king into b7 can be taken, and king into b5, king c7, king c4, king d7, king d3, bishop f4. Very important to protect this pawn on e3, king e2, king e6, king f2, king d5, king g2, king e4. And now, very important, guys, since h4 is already being played, that does not have king into h3. And this is why it was very important for white to play h4 first and then take on king into b7. But then he took it uh, then and there, and that was king into b7, king into b5, and king c7, king c4, king d6, king d3, bishop g5 he supported, knight e2 was played, king e5, and knight f3. Abhimanyu Mishra, this is the crucial point, guys. Abhimanyu Mishra throws his final dice, hoping that he gets something out of this game and makes his final GM norm to become the youngest grandmaster in the world, and his opponent falters and blunders with g into f3, which is completely a blunder because after this e into f3, my it's just queens very easily because of g5, bishop f2, and king e2, and this is he tried with b4, king into f2, and b5, king e3, and now I have, like, you cannot queen as well, because if you queen here, white resign, but if you queen, I have queen f4 check, and you are losing the queen on b8. Here, after knight into f3 check, white should have easily played knight f4, and this would have been drawn because after knight into g5, king into g5, king e3, b4, king f2, and subsequently both of them queens, and this is also exchange, and this is completely a drawn position. So, guys, if you have seen, this was a very close, very, very close game, and white was clearly better if he had played h4 first and then manipulated his bishop here, as I showed you, and then played and then have taken on d7, then he would have been completely winning. Nevertheless, it's Abhimanyu Mishra who got the win and defeated the young Leon Mendonca and became the youngest grandmaster of this world. If you have liked this video, kindly don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Chessno, hit the notification bell to stay updated with the content, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.